Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So today we're in Watch Dogs Legion, so as you probably guessed, I'm going to make a small video about something that's happened gaming related, just for reference purposes. We're on the banks of the River Thames, on the north bank. You can look across there, that's the south bank over there. And you can see the London Eye just over the top of that bridge, and it's a kind of overcast day, but at least it's not raining today. It's always raining when I make these videos in Watch Dogs Legion, and it even rains less in London than it does in this game when I play it. Anyway, or when I play it on the channel actually, because when I play it in my own time, it's sunny and it's different weathers, but it always seems to be overcast or raining. Anyway, we digress. So today I'm going to make a video about a few things that have happened with a few recent release of games. Now, if you've ever watched this channel or these little videos I make about gaming in general, you'll probably know that I don't tend to make critical videos naming specific games usually, because I don't see the point to bashing particular games. So it's usually more of a general theme of what different games are doing or things like that. But today I'm going to actually name and shame a couple of games, because a couple of games came out recently. One is Concord, one is called Dustborn, and they're different kind of games, but they're both what you would probably perceive as wokey kind of games, where they've obviously been made for the modern audience because of how they are done. There's other things about them as well, but that's the main part that you need to. I'm not going to discuss anything about both of those games, but they were both known for quite a while to be that kind of game. There's been release footage of obviously both before the actual release, and everyone's seen what they are, and I don't think anyone was really expecting these to go well, but they both not done at all well on release, and my thought on that is fantastic. I don't like to wish bad on people and developers and gamers and gaming companies, because why would you? But I think sometimes you have to, because the only way certain things progress is if bad tropes, traits, design ideas are dropped. And the fact that recently it seems that quite a lot of these kind of modern audience idea generated games, even series. The Acolyte is a Star Wars series that's very popular for being very wokey and has been cancelled. So I think it's a win for common sense, because if you make games, like if you make anything, if you make cars, if you make TVs, if you make cereals and you're Kellogg's, and you make something that you make for yourself or because you think it's politically right, but you have no real political view about it, and you're just doing it because you're trying to be populist, or because people in your immediate circle of people in your company are telling you, yeah, you need to make it like that, that's the right thing to do. But I don't know why you would do that, because they would realise they lose money, but I've talked about it in other videos. Then you're going to come unstuck, and you deserve to, because every company who has consumers, their focus should be on consumers first, because number one, that's their market, and number two, that's how they themselves make money. So 3 cheers for Concord and Dustborn failing. I hope they continue to fail miserably, because they're what's wrong with gaming. There's nothing wrong with a game of any type being bad if the people behind it did it because they have a passion in the game and think this is going to be really popular, this is what we want to do, and they just make a game that's just not what people want. Actually, Watch Dogs Legion would kind of come into that, because I think this is, like I said many times, it's a really fantastic idea, the swapping between different characters and the fact you can have any character being you, but it didn't take off. But it was a new idea. They weren't doing it to be populist or to be woke or to fit modern audiences. It was just an idea that they tried, and I think good for them. But that's a different thing to ideas that people are trying just to please what they think is a modern audience, or their modern shareholders, or their press agents, or whatever it might be. So it's really good that these games have done badly. I'm sorry to say that, but it is. It's really good that The Acolyte was cancelled. I'm sorry to say that, but it is. And these movies as well that have come out recently, the Borderlands movie, The Crow, there's loads of remakes and game-made movies that have come out that are, again, similar, just rubbish, just to make something, not because people have a passion for it, not because people think it's even going to be popular. It's just, let's get on the bandwagon of remaking this, let's get on the bandwagon of Star Wars, let's get on the bandwagon of a MMO or a pay to win or a multiplayer or a live service game, whatever it might be. And all those ideas are wrong. You have to have a good idea to start with and think it's going to sell. Anyway, and the other thing that's really weird, which is something I just want to touch on, again, it's not the main point of this video, is it's so weird when you see on YouTube and other media, I'm sure, though it's YouTube I watch the most of these kind of things, where the developers attack either consumers or other reviewers who aren't supporting their game. In fact, other reviewers, what you would possibly count as woke reviewers, attack non-woke reviewers for not supporting the game. And it's like, well, everyone's allowed to have an opinion, and just because, you know, woke reviewers would, let's just say they wouldn't like Stellar Blade maybe for whatever reason, then that's their opinion, and people don't attack them and go, my God, you have to like this, it's a fantastic game. So if people don't like a game for whatever reason, they're allowed to, and it doesn't mean they've got the wrong opinion just because they don't like it, because it's a woke game or because it's a game that uses it. So that's weird. And it's even more weird when developers and sometimes it's TV producers, is what it happens with the series that get cancelled, woke series, and with where they attack consumers, and basically what they're saying is, you don't understand what we've done, you don't like this because you're racist, you don't like this because you don't understand diversity, you don't understand, and it's like, that's not what you're meant to do. We're not having a political discussion and someone's walked out of a meeting and gone, I don't care, and you're trying to make the person understand what point we're getting across in a political discussion. These are games, or sometimes they're movies or series, and they're meant to be entertainment. So you don't have the right afterwards to say, you don't understand and you're racist and you don't understand what we were trying to get across and you don't support diversity, because that's not what the point of these things is. And that's not to say that they're right at all, because here's the thing, if a game's popular, whether it's Black Wukong or whether it's Stellar Blade or whatever, it's popular. I know that's a kind of weird word for some of these things, but it's popular, and the reason it's popular, and these devs and these people that make shows and movies need to understand it's popular because people like them, and they don't have to explain why they like them, they don't have to have a reason, it doesn't have to be some twisted thing against anything, they just like them, they like playing, they enjoy the characters, they enjoy the design, they enjoy the levels, they enjoy the fact they're not live service, whatever they might like about it, they enjoy them. And that's fine. And what they should learn from that isn't that those games are bad and we need to think of a way to criticise those kind of games and why those games are being made. The popular games, what these people should be doing is thinking, you know what, these games are popular, we need to think about the games we make and make them popular too. Yeah, okay, if you want to change little bits to try and fit slightly into what you want to do as a narrative, that's fine, because of course everybody does that to a point, but you can't force it on people, and if you do and people don't like it, then you've only got yourselves to blame. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Like I said, it's a shame when anyone loses money because, you know, at the bottom of the food chain somewhere there's actual real developers and people that work for developers and people that work down the development scale who have, you know, probably lost their jobs or are going to lose their jobs. But, you know, again, it needs to happen with all these things. The same with the Acolyte, and I'm sure people are going to lose their jobs at Disney. Let's hope the people that made it lose their jobs. But at the end of the day, that needs to happen, because until that happens, all this rubbish won't keep getting made in the media, whether it's TV or whether it's movies or whether it's gaming. And anyone that's any good in any of those fields will find other jobs where they can express themselves in a more artistic way, in a more popular way, and in a way that the consumers will be invested in. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming, and until next time, thanks for listening and take care for now.